If you have goals you want to achieve, if there is something you want to be the best at, then you have to become obsessed. You have to kill the average within you. And although this sounds easy, it costs more than most men are willing to pay. That is the truth most people spend their lives avoiding. They say they want more. They say they want to become exceptional, respected, and undeniable in their field. But when the bill arrives, they hesitate. Everybody loves the idea of greatness until it starts asking for things. And that is where separation begins. Not at the level of talent, not even at the level of desire. Separation begins at the level of what a man is actually willing to give. Average is not bad luck. It is not some curse handed to a man by the world. It is a pattern, a daily one. 1,000 moments where a man chooses what is easy over what would actually move him forward. He hits snooze. He says tomorrow. And then he looks at his life and wonders why everything feels mundane. But you cannot live with average habits and expect an uncommon life. That is not how this works. If you want to be the best at anything meaningful, you cannot approach it like a casual man. You cannot treat it like a hobby when it is convenient. The best do not get there accidentally. They get there because they became more focused than the average man is willing to. And that difference is what most people call obsession. They call it too much, too intense. But what most people call obsession is often just focused work in a world full of distraction. That is why it looks strange. When a man really cares, really commits, really organizes his life around something meaningful, he immediately looks different to people who are still chasing comfort. Because comfort has lowered the standard so much that discipline now looks extreme, and consistency looks obsessive. But there is nothing abnormal about deciding that your life will not be ordinary. There is nothing strange about refusing to waste the time you were given. The truly insane thing is having only one life and wasting most of it. That is what should disturb you, not being called obsessed. Because obsession, when rightly understood, is just unrelenting focus on a single goal. It is not emotional burnout. It is not reckless intensity with no direction. Obsession is disciplined fire. It is a man deciding that what he is building matters too much to be treated casually. It is a man organizing his life around the mission instead of trying to fit the mission into whatever time remains after his distractions are finished. That is what obsession is. The obsessed man is no longer asking whether he feels like it. He already decided he will do what must be done, regardless of how he feels. And that is the difference. Most men never fully commit. They have one foot in the door and one foot out. They want to become the best, but they still live like the average distracted man. And that half commitment is exactly what keeps them ordinary. So, when you have a goal you're chasing, or someone you're in competition with, you only have two choices. Be obsessed or be average. Those are the two conflicting forces a man chasing his goals will have to face. One side wants ease, the other wants mastery. And every day, one of them wins. This is what average is a daily choice really means. It is chosen when a man keeps entertaining delay, when he keeps acting surprised that his life reflects what he repeatedly tolerates. But a man who wants to be the best does not have time to tolerate distractions. He cannot tolerate laziness. Because somebody else is not collapsing, the competition is always working. That is another truth many men hate. Every day you are taking it easy, someone else is going deeper into the zone. Every day you are choosing comfort, someone else is sacrificing theirs. And that is why they separate. Not because the world handed them something magical, but because they paid a price most men kept trying to avoid paying. But even when you're focused and obsessed on the goal, people will judge you. They will say you are doing too much, that you need to relax, that balance matters. And yes, balance may be fine for an ordinary life. But if you want to be the best at something meaningful, ordinary logic will not carry you there. It takes unusual commitment to produce unusual results. And always remember that their opinion is just their opinion. It is not fact. So let people have their preferences. Let them live how they want. But do not let other people's preference to a comfortable life become the law governing yours. Because criticism is often nothing more than preference pretending to be wisdom. Your life is your responsibility, and no one is coming to save you. No one is coming to build the body, the business, the discipline you keep saying you want. That burden is yours. But that is not bad news. That is freedom. Because once a man understands that, excuses start dying. Now he knows it is on him, and he can use this pressure to lean into the task. Because obsession thrives under pressure. It does not disappear when the road gets difficult. That is exactly when obsession should become a priority. Anybody can say they want more when life is easy. But the obsessed man who is focused on his own goals keeps going when everything around him is asking him to stay distracted. He keeps building when nobody sees. He keeps studying, working, and refining because he understands something important. The obstacle is the way, not the speech, just the reps, the hours, the discipline. This level of commitment might sound scary to some, but the real fear is not failing after going all in. The real fear is waking up decades later and realizing you never truly tried. And that leaves an unbearable weight weighting a man down. Because then the question becomes permanent. What could you have become if you had just stayed focused? If you had gone all in? If you had treated your purpose like it actually mattered? And the biggest tragedy is that this can happen without anyone ever realizing. Most men never get destroyed by one massive failure. They get domesticated by comfort. They let their edge go quiet. And then one day they realize they are no longer building anything. They are simply maintaining something average. Do not let that happen to you. If you have goals, chase them. If you want to be the best at something, work towards it. Be obsessed or be average. Feed the fire or let it die. Go all in or accept the consequences of what if. But know that it will be hard, because being the best at anything meaningful always costs more than most men are willing to pay. So decide what kind of man you are, and if you truly want more, then let your life begin to show it. Let the habits form. Let the comfort die. Let your purpose take its rightful place at the center of your life. Then keep going and become obsessed.